Inec and challenges of walking the talk on credible polls. Interesting. So, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, the Inec chairman, they've stated that they are determined to conduct credible polls. We know the next governorship election is that of Anambra State, which they stated the official date has been given as November 6th. But right now, they are talking about ensuring credible polls. The electorate are truly looking forward to that. Anyway, guys, before we carry on, please, if you haven't given us a thumbs up, do go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Click on the like button and don't forget to subscribe as well. Hit on the subscribe button. It really does mean a lot to us. Thank you and God bless you. Apart from announcing that governorship election in Anambra State would hold on November 6, 2021, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) also disclosed that it will conduct the poll through electronic balloting. It should be noted that shortly after the Anambra State governorship, that of Ekiti and Osun would come in quick succession next year. This is a faint picture of the immediate burden of work that the electoral umpire would undertake. But while INEC has set electoral timelines, even up to 2023, Nigerians have begun to worry about the ability of the electoral body to live up to its lofty promises. Some observers also expressed dismay that INEC has not come out with a comprehensive report on the 2019 general elections, particularly regarding the demographic distributions of the votes. Perhaps the most pressing public expectation from the electoral umpire relates to the agonizing instructions of declaring balloting inconclusive midway into collation after voter preference have been exposed. What began in Kogi as a kind of force Medjugorje devoted into a near permanent future when the Bayelsa governorship poll that followed witnessed another inconclusive verdict. It is expected that with the inauguration for a second term in office, the INEC chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, would brush aside all encumbrances and bring his varied experiences to bear on the promise of delivering credible polls. How INEC confronts the troublesome influence of electoral irregularities ranging from underage voting, logistics problem, vote buying, violence, and other forms of violation of ballot secrecy and sanctity would be seen from Anambra and subsequent polls. Expectedly, the election management body usually takes the bullet when things go south on election day. This is because Nigerians believe that electoral commissions are central to the problems associated with the conduct of elections. Given that the whistle has been blown and apparently disturbed by the workload ahead, INEC recently said it had identified some critical area of concerns and challenges likely to confront it in the conduct of Anambra governorship elections. The gray areas identified are the issues of electronic voting, Electoral Act amendments, continuous voter registration, audit of voter register, expansion of access to polling units, among others. How far has the Commission geared up to overcome the above challenges in the absence of the amendment of Electoral Act? Is it possible that INEC will train its staff on the rudiments of electronic as well as provide needed gadgets? Although not much stakeholder input have been made to the Commission's planning and system, the last gubernatorial poll in Edo State revealed some gaping flaws that were obfuscated by strong voters' resolve to get it right. Nonetheless, while some of the challenges are internal to the Commission, others are external to it. Efforts to review the current Electoral Act began when the 8th Assembly passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2018 and transmitted it to President Muhammadu Buhari for assent. The bill attempted to address a plethora of issues peculiar to Nigeria's electoral system, such as the cost of politics, internal democracy, use of technological innovations, among others. But President Buhari, for some reasons, voted the bill, a development that forced the current 9th Assembly to back to the drawing board. Observations in the 2019 general election, including European Union election observed mission EU EOM, faulted the last-minute decision of the president to reject the bill, saying it puts undue operational pressure on INEC. The EU also stated that the 2019 election would have recorded substantial improvement from past elections if the president had assented to the bill. Going forward, the Ninth Senate reintroduced the bill and it has passed first and second reading. Upon assuming office for his second term last year, Yakubu enumerated the challenges before the Commission. First on the list, according to him, is the need for the National Assembly to give urgent priority to passage of the Amendment Electoral Act. He said, "Our work continues. The quick passage of the Electoral Act amendment is a top priority, and you will recall that I appealed to the Senate Committee on Inec during my screening 2 weeks ago to conclude work for the passage of the Electoral Act amendment by the first quarter of next year." On his part, Senate President Ahmed Lawan assured that the proposed bills to repeal the Electoral Act of No. 6, 2010 for a more comprehensive one and enact the Inec Act 2020 would be passed before the end of the first quarter of 2021. He said more than 85 submissions made by various stakeholders for amendment would be critically looked into to give Nigerians more credible electoral process. Speaker of the House of Representatives Femi Gbajabiamila said the proposed amendment to the electoral laws were important for both politics and governance in Nigeria. While speaking on the provisions of the amendment bill currently being considered by the National Assembly, Chairman House Committee on Electoral Matters Ashautu Jibrin Duku said the House sought to amend the provision of Section 52 of 2 to empower INEC to conduct elections by electronic voting or any other method of voting as it may deem fit. Aside ensuring the compulsory use of card readers for election, Daku said Section 63 of 4 of the proposed laws further makes provision for transmission of electoral conducted at each of the polling units to the first level of collation of results to which the polling units belong in the constituency where the election is held. Showing optimism that the bill will be passed by the National Assembly and assented to by President Buhari, INEC had recently screened applications from over 40 IT firms bidding to kickstart the deployment of electronic voting machines (EVM). INEC Chairman Professor Yakub said the deployment of the EVMs was part of efforts to deepen the country's electoral process, adding that INEC has been working on the deployment of technology in voting at elections to replace the manual system. The Commission also expressed optimism that it would test run the e-voting system in Anambra governorship pool. Professor Yakubu is doing all he can. His second term, he promised that he will make changes. He will do it right this time around. Let's hope that with Anambra State governorship election, we will get that from INEC. Anyway, guys, let's hear your take down below in the comment section. Please don't forget to like, share, and to subscribe. Till I come your way again with more updates. Bye for now, and God bless.